Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with Admiration, the Aranea intersecting wills SHINRYU fight. We have a team of Faris, Galuf, and Yang here. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and you enjoy the content. Help support the channel and, help support Faris? I don't know, man. This fight sucks. This is, barely a fight, I would call it. I can probably okay, so basically, they have no HP attacks. Any of them? I think if they have enough Brave to kill you, they will do the HP attack, like just the basic one, but they don't actually have any way to hurt you with HP damage from, like, their attacks. They have a Snake Bite debuff that, maybe it does HP damage? I wouldn't know, because Galuf completely cheeses the fight. The only thing it really has going for it, these guys, is their force mechanic. You see, they got two thresholds there, and each time they do it, they will harden, which is very upsetting. In short, they take 0 damage until they're hit with crit damage, and they can't be crit naturally. You have to use, crit chance. I think they also, heal and dispel you or something if they act. Well, that's active or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just use, Barret Call or Saz Call or Ketchi Call, or use a character with built-in crit, like Galuf. I actually completely forgot when I ran this team that Galuf has 100% crit chance from his LD. So, and as you'll see, it. Here we go. Let's go ahead and not do anything. There we go. They've hardened. Yeah. So the B's protection is gone. So we hit them. Now the thing is, even attacking, if anything does happen after it, it doesn't if we counter them first. As you can see here, the protection's gone. All right, nothing happened. So this is all very terrifying and scary. The only real thing about this fight worth mentioning, I think, is their force time, not the force attack. Force attack, again, doesn't have HP damage from what I can see. It just dispels you if it breaks you. Hello, Yang. But when they're in their force time, they don't take damage except from, force attacks. Unless you hit them with a ranged FR that debuffs. And so that's why Faris is here. For once, Faris is actually a good unit to bring, as opposed to kind of a massive copium infusion. So there you go. We've once again hit that second threshold with the hardening. Very upsetting, very inappropriate. I can't say I am comfortable with them doing that in front of me. But the upshot of this is, they do have the faster FR charge, which is actually really handy. The FR will charge faster for them on your turns. And that's actually a handy thing if you're doing what I'm doing and planning to use your FR to counter their FR. Because, it's annoying when you charge all the way to 100 and they're still at 50% and you're like, I have to wait. So this is kind of convenient. That's part of why I brought Galuf here instead of Orin or Gladio, is he doesn't have force enhancement, so I figured, hey, why not? You'll be getting it very soon, and you better believe I'm going to be FE30ing him. Oh boy. These stupid, shitty snakes. Not even 80% yet, and I'm out of stuff to talk about with this fight. Faris continues to have kind of issues with stuff management, not buff management per se, the stuff management, because buff, overhead, and debuffs are all things she wants to do, but she's so slow that making sure they're all consistently applied can be pretty challenging. I brought Ursula Call for a couple of reasons. One, kind of the flavor reason of, nothing matters here, so let's bring Young's daughter to hang out with Young. That'll be cute. The other reason is I forgot Young prevents breaks, and so I was like, you know what, why the heck not? We'll go ahead and prevent them from breaking us and dispelling our debuffs. Ooh, dispelling our buffs. Scary stuff. I don't think they even do any HP damage. What the hell is this fight? Normally when you have a fight where, it's selling a character who focuses on, re-breaks or delays or something, the bosses have threat to them. They have threatening actions. Speaking of threat, check this out. I probably should have saved this the first time. It actually hits pretty hard. Here we go, 1 million damage. Not bad, Barret. Normally they have, threat. To incentivize, you want to delay or break them and prevent them from taking a turn. Here it's it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's all pointless. We have Saz and Barret Call here because I forgot that Galuf has crit chance. So I was like, oh, you know what? If you're going to go to town, you might as well go to Lincoln. Look at that cool-ass FR animation. Damn, that's awesome. Damn. Alright, 4 times canceled. Time to just counter them to death, I guess. So, a small thing here is, with Galuf and Yang, they kind of have a bit of an anti-synergy because Yang doesn't trigger his his follow-up monastic attack if you dodge. I mean, if he dodges, that's a different story, but if Galuf dodges, doesn't trigger it. So, in theory, I could have brought Gladio or Orin, and that would have probably worked a bit better. I figured this way, don't have to worry about the snake bite debuff. I still have no idea what that does. Doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about that. And they alternate between physical single target and magical AoE. So on the physical single target, Galuf double dips because he counters twice. On the AoE, we double or triple dip because Yang will do his follow-up and then potentially counter again. Yeah, I guess using Orin or Gladio would have probably been a better fit here, but I like Galuf. Galuf, cool. Cool old grandpa. And as you can see, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. There's no threat here. There's literally no threat. Maybe the Snakebite debuff has an HP poison that can theoretically put you in a position where their basic Eye Brave Unbreak will be enough to kill you. Like, you have to be trying to die to this fight, I feel. Unless I misread the boss description and, like, the force attack kills you if it breaks you or something, do you feel like that? But, wow, like, we've talked before about how intersecting wills tend to be kind of gimme fights, kind of breather fights, really. I should say, gimme fights, breather fights, let's call it. A bit on the easier side, the story chapters are a bit harder, the raids can be a bit harder. The intersecting wills tend to be nice, kind of relaxed fights. This goes past relaxed and goes straight into, like, Comatose. Comatose, yeah. Just, like, there's nothing. It does nothing. And I don't think it's just because Galuf cheeses the fight. I'm sure if I brought, like, a different team setup, there's nothing happening here. Then again, who knows? Maybe your experience is different and it turns out Galuf completely cheeses the fight and they are actually very dangerous if you don't bring Galuf. I wouldn't know. Or 8. Or Edge. Oh yeah, they have no elemental lockouts, which I don't mind because it means I can bring Faris, but it's also like, yeah, there's literally the only thing this fight has going on is like the force attack will annoy you by dispelling you if it breaks you, and annoy you by making them invincible until 4 turns go by or you hit them with like, one of like a few key FRs. God, I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. After like Lunavelza and like the Von intersecting wills had like, mechanics, threat, stuff that could potentially, affect you and make you want to have to build a team to deal with the fight, as opposed to just bringing literally anyone plus an FR. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe your experience was different. If it was different, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if it turns out that I am overgeneralizing based on just the boss description and my experience of the fight, but anyway, let's go ahead and hit him with that Brothers. Not quite enough to kill, which is a little sad because I'm going to miss that force time, but it's okay. Jump kick. Into the sky. There we go. Okay, so that's 1 down. There we go. So we just need to chunk this last dude. I kind of thought about the idea of like, oh, it'd be funny if I could like, maybe get out of the summon to make the thumbnail better, but whatever. Let's just get out of here. Cool Faris FR, that's nice. Great. Jesus, what the hell was this fight, guys? What the hell was it? There we go, Galuf. Kick. You know what? Let's style upon them. Young, kick attacks. The old Brave attack. There we go, get a Brave plus. Ho-ho. Alright, well, that was the Aranea intersecting wheels. I'm probably going to run this fight again just because it has a crit component and Kais has crit, and I have to justify that stupid FE30 I did, so... Wow, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.